Hey, it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how I keep my foundation on all freaking day. I've tested this out. It works. I have oily skin. We're going to talk about prep and everything. So if you have dry skin, I'm going to give you some tips, okay? So if you want to try this is not something I would do every day. This is not repeating that, okay? Not something I would do every day, but if I really wanted my makeup not to budge, I'm telling you, this works. This is not something I discovered on my own. This was actually something that I saw Candy Johnson share, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try, and it works. I'm gonna show you what I'm using. You don't have to use what I'm using, okay? Use what works best for you, what you already have. You don't have to go out and buy stuff, okay? Just use what you already have. I hope I don't mess up my hair. You want to make sure that you are prepping your skin really, really good. Should be part of your morning skincare routine. If you have dry, flaky skin, you are really going to have to prep yourself before you do this because this is going to give us a matte look. I am going to show you how to add a glow. So like, I don't like to have a matte flat look. It's just not very youthful. I don't like that. So my skin's already prepped. I have my sunscreen on. I moisturized. It's part of my skincare routine in the morning. So make sure that you are prepping your skin really good. It is really important to do that. This isn't something she talked about, but I'm just telling you as a mature woman, if you have drier skin, you're going to really want to make sure you take care of it and moisturize it really well before you do this, okay? So it doesn't look like you sucked the life out of your skin. And you're going to want that to sit on for a little bit, okay? So do your skincare, make your bed, have your breakfast, whatever, do your hair, whatever, okay? Just let that sit on and then you come back and do your makeup. This is something that I normally don't do. I'm not going to use concealer. I know. I tried this without concealer and actually looked pretty good, okay? So I'm not going to use a concealer. And I am going to use a dry sponge. Again, not something I normally do. I usually don't use a dry sponge, but I feel like you really need to use a dry sponge for this, okay? So I am going to take, now I don't know why I'm doing this. This is how I did it. Candy actually did this. I don't remember if she explained why she did it, but she used two foundations. You don't have to use two, but these are the two that I used, okay? So I am going to go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, okay? And I am wearing the color 1C1 Cool Bone. And then I'm going to go in with this. This is my MAC Studio Fix. This is in the color NW13. And I'm going to use these together, okay? I'm not putting any primer on. You don't want to put a primer on, she said, because she said the less stuff you have on your face, the better. That's why I said you've got to do your skincare routine, but you want to let that sit on for a little bit, okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on the back of my hand because I don't have a pump. I never got a pump for this. I don't know. And then I'm going to put some of this onto it. Hopefully I didn't get too much. And then we're going to take our dry sponge, and I do one side at a time. This is the way I do it. And you're going to put it, you're going to kind of like tap it on, but then you are going to push this in. You want to, whenever you use a sponge, you always want to push it in, but you really want to concentrate on doing that. That's why you don't want to use a brush for this. You really want to use a sponge because I'm going to be careful about my eye area. But you want to push this into your pores. I know it sounds gross, but that's why you always have to make sure that you are taking your makeup off really, really well before you get to bed. And you can see already, see how that's looking? Just keep on working this and pressing this. And now this particular sponge that I'm using, this is the new Real Technique sponge. This one works really good because I feel like this one was meant to, it says that it works better. It's best to use dry. So you could try it with your sponge. I don't remember what sponge she used when she did hers, but you want to use it dry. And I think because you want it to be full coverage, when you're applying it, with a damp beauty blender, a damp sponge, you're sort of diluting it a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you're putting it on and it's your sponge is damp, so you're kind of diluting your foundation a little bit, but we want it to be full coverage, okay? We want to get this on and we want it to be really, really good coverage, okay? That's why I said this isn't something I would do every day, but if you were like, I want to wear makeup and I gotta wear masks, I want to look nice, I don't want to take it off. Now, like I said, this really worked. It kept my makeup off. I still had a little bit come off on my mask. I mean, a little bit, but I still looked like at the end of the day, like you could see everything. You could see my blush, everything. Okay. And I'm going to give you a tip on the lipstick as well. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take powder. I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to put it on my powder puff, or not my powder puff, my sponge. I'm going to put on my sponge. I'm just going to put on the other side. And we're going to press that in. I'm going to press this into the skin. Because we need this to stay on. I'm not going to put this under my eyes. I'm actually going to use a different powder under my eyes. If you have extremely dry skin, I don't know if this is going to work for you. I don't know. You could try it. That's all I can say. You know, practice on a day then you're not going to go anywhere. So if you hate it, this powder, just recently bought this and I like it. It's the Bye Bye pressed powder. Actually, I like this. So I'm just going to put just a little bit under here and set it just really lightly. One thing that she did before she powdered, I believe, is she did some contouring stuff, and I don't do contouring, okay? But I am going to do some bronzing. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my Guerlain bronzer, which I love. You don't have to use bronzer, but I like to use it. So I just feel like it gives my skin some dimension and adds a little bit more color to my complexion as well. See the difference already between that side and that side? You know? So even though I'm not contouring, it does create some shadows on my face, and I like that. Now I'm going to take some blush. I still love this one. I'm going to go in with this one. This is my Flower Power. It's like, I just freaking love this one lately. And so I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Okay, upper part of my cheek. This is really pretty because it's got a little bit of, it's hard to see, but there is a little bit of a shimmer to it, but very subtle. You have to be careful with shimmers with mature skin, especially if you have large pores, because it'll highlight it, but this is really a beautiful blush. I really like this blush. This thing gets so pretty. I like that because it gives the illusion, like I said, that my skin's glowy too. You know what I mean? So I don't want to have that matte look. The next thing I'm going to do, and this isn't something that she shared either, but it's just something that I do, is I want to put a little highlighter on. So even when I'm wearing my mask, you'll see that little bit of a glow. So again, so I don't look flat and matte. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, and this is from Laura Mercier, by the way. This is her baked highlighter, which I freaking love. Look at the look that this gives my face. So it really gives a very, it almost looks flawless, my skin is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I hate to use the word flawless because no, to me flawless means like absolutely perfect, and nobody has perfect skin, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm trying to say, airbrushed, whatever. Look at, see how that gives a nice little, okay, all right. So I'm going to put the rest of my makeup on, but before I do that, let me just do this really quickly. So I picked up this setting spray again. I tested, I freaking hated it. I still don't think it's amazing. I don't. But this is what I used. It did help keep it on. This is the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush. I just got the little travel size because I'm like, I'm just going to try it again and see. Again, you're like, just spit it out. I still don't think this stuff is amazing. That's what I'm going to say, okay? But I'm going to get, after I spray this, I'm going to get my makeup on. We're going to talk about the lips, okay? So let me just do this. You want to spray it good, okay? Like I just did. You want to spray it. You want to spray it good. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see my skin, okay? So when it comes to your lips, especially if you're wearing a mask, you want to make sure that you are wearing something that's going to be long wearing and matte. But you know, I like my gloss. So I have a solution for that as well. So the lip liner that I'm going to wear is this one. It's not available anymore, okay? But you can go to the website and you can maybe order, well, they don't have this color anymore, but you can find another color. You don't even have to get it from this website. Just look for one that's long wearing, okay? This one is from Kristen Audette, and I think this was like, I don't remember if it's like Nude Sandals or something like this. Is when Lisa D had her collaboration. That's what this is. So I'm going to apply this. When their lip liners are amazing. If I want my lip liner to stay on, this is what I use, okay? I'm not going to fill it in like I normally do, okay? Because next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. This is from Chanel. This is that dual lip. These are really good. I've said it before, you are going to have to reapply this. I'm going to put this on. This is called Mary Rose, I think. I'll have all the details below. I'll put this on. I like to wear colors like this. If you wear, there are some colors in this that have their, that are red. I have several of these, okay, like stuff like this. The only thing is, this might transfer and get on your face. Like this isn't, this is a little bit more forgiving when you go with something that's more of a nude. So you let this dry a little bit, okay? And if you need to, which I probably will, I'll put a little bit more on. This feels like it's dry already. And I'm going to go ahead and put some more on. Just a little bit. Something that she shared that you can do, I'll do a little bit of it, okay? You can take some setting powder and you can put it like on a little cotton if you want to. And I'm going to get some on here and just really lightly, you can put this on, okay? For me, I would concentrate on my lip liner. So just a little bit, you don't want to go crazy, okay? Then you can leave it. You know, I can't do that. So I'm going to use the other end of this, and this has a gloss. So I'm going to put this on top. I just think it looks nicer. So a little bit of the, just a little bit of the lip liner may just slightly transfer a little bit on my mask, but not much. But my makeup looks really nice. I mean, it looks like my makeup is airbrushed. I wouldn't do this every day though. But if you want your makeup to stay on, and you want it to look like this, that's what you do. So let me get you close so you can see what my makeup looks like, okay? My hair out of the way. I feel like I gotta blend my eyeshadow. But anyways. So it looks nice. It doesn't look, my makeup doesn't look cakey or anything. You guys know I'm not into that. I don't know why she mixed those two foundations. I'm not sure why she did that, because I don't remember if she explained why she did that. So I don't know if you have to do that, but holy cow, man, look at, it looks like it's airbrushed. I mean, it looks really, really pretty. Like I said, I wouldn't do this all the time, but it's really, really pretty, isn't it? And it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look cakey at all. So, again, make sure that you are prepping your skin really, really good. especially if you have dry, patchy skin, because if you don't, when you put that foundation on, it's not gonna look nice. You want it to look nice. Somebody's close to you, you don't want your skin to look all gross, okay? Then you want to make sure that you are applying your foundation, really pressing it in. Something I forgot to mention is you do not want, like, you're not going to want to use a luminous foundation. You don't use the luminous foundation. You need to use, like this one, it doesn't have any oil in it, so it's oil free, okay? And the Estee Lauder is a full coverage. This one's really good too, okay? So you want to use something that's a long wearing foundation. You don't want to use anything that is going to give you any kind of a glowy look. That's why I added that little bit of highlighter, so it looks like I have some glow, but you know what I mean? But it looks really nice. You know what I'm saying? I think it looks good. And you want to make sure that you're using a dry sponge. You want to make sure that you are pressing it in really, really well. Make sure you blend it really well. And then you want to go in with a powder. This one's a really nice one. Again, this is an oil-free powder. Okay, so you want to just make sure that you are pressing that into your skin with a dry sponge. And then you can wear blush. You don't have to wear bronzer if you don't like to, but this is the thing. I like to give my face a little bit of dimension, so that's why I like to use a bronzer. It gives me a little bit more color. And I also feel like the more you have on, now usually I say the opposite, okay? But when you want to keep your makeup on, especially if you have a mask on, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the more you have on, the better, because just a little bit of that's going to come off still. And I mean a little bit. You know, when I wore my mask, I looked at it, it was like, not much came off, and my makeup looked like this at the end of the day, and I'm not shitting you. Seriously. I hope that you found this video really, really helpful and informative. If you have any questions, let me know below. Again, you don't have to get the products that I used in this video. I'm just sharing what I used, okay? But see what you have, experiment, play around, check it out, see if it works for you, okay? If you have dry, really, really dry skin, I don't know if this is going to be too much for you. But I would say if you already have the stuff, or like you have full coverage, foundation, whatever, and you want to kind of mess around with it when you're not going to be going anywhere, that is the time to do it. Like, just kind of play around with it, see how it looks. See how it wears throughout the day when you're home, whatever, okay? And test it out and see. But I think it looks really, really nice on me. Almost looks like I have a filter. I'm looking at myself in the monitor like, holy crap. But it really does look at how nice my makeup looks. It'll last all day. So, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye. Can you do me a favor? Next time I decide to film in another room, can you just slap me? Because I just spent almost an hour trying to figure out my freaking camera. I decided to film in the bathroom. That's why I don't do a lot of different filming, because then it F's everything up, and then I spend forever trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. It's just like a guessing game. Let's see what this is going to do. Let's see what that's going to do. Oh, my camera. Okay. Hopefully my lighting is good. Hopefully my lighting is good. Okay.